Online, on your mobile and your smart speaker. This is Win All News.
Israel says it'll send a negotiating team back to Cairo, claiming the ceasefire deal accepted by Hamas falls short of what it can accept. The proposal was drawn up by Egypt and Qatar. The Israeli military confirmed airstrikes were continuing in Rafah in southern Gaza, just as the US National Security spokesman John Kirby was speaking at the White House.
I'm just not going to get ahead of the process. We want to get these hostages out. We want to get a ceasefire in place for 6 weeks. We want to increase humanitarian assistance. And the last thing that I want to do is say anything at this podium that's going to put that process at risk.
It's understood China's being blamed for a cyber attack which exposed the bank details of members of Britain's armed forces. The government's not expected to name the country, but will say hackers accessed a military defence payroll system. The network's been taken offline. Sky's Nicole Johnson in Beijing says it follows accusations in March that China targeted the Electoral Commission and some MPs. The UK will not be represented at Vladimir Putin's inauguration for a new term as Russia's president this morning. Officials from the US and most European Union nations won't be in Moscow either, but France is expected to send an envoy to the ceremony. Former British diplomat Andrew Levy expects more of the same from President Putin over the next 6 years.
He needs to hang on to his power and he needs to accumulate ever more wealth. And that means, amazingly enough, stealing whole countries. And a lot of it will depend on what the US does and what Europe does. And of course, very heavily on Russians and what they're willing to put up with.
Zendaya stole the show at the Met Gala in New York, where fashion meets art. The actress wore 2 separate gowns at the A-list event, which had a garden theme this year. Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian and Chris Hemsworth were among the other celebrities in attendance at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Oscar winner Eddie Redmayne wore a matching outfit with his wife, Hannah Bagshaw.
We're wearing a young British designer called Steve O. Smith, who is extraordinary. He's only had a couple of collections, and he paints and then sort of applies the paint to fabric, and he's wonderful.
And local brand Sibstar have thanked their customers for the support they have received since their appearance on Dragon's Den 2 months ago. The app, which promotes financial independence for dementia patients, received offers from 2 of the dragons.
This is all about empowerment. It's all about living well with dementia for as long as possible. It's all about so much about dementia can take away, and this is about giving back.
Jodie Kelly, Winchester News Online.
This is Win All News.